7. Here's Martin here. They are checking in with two guys producing episode 6. It was pretty fun, but episode 7 now. These two guys, they talk a lot and stuff, but like, do they even talk to each other? This is pretty funny, you know. Maybe callers, send them in, we'll play them, that'll be cool. Alright, it's Martin.
I was about 2 text messages from coming out to Ohio earlier and just settle the beef we had.
Settling the beef or punching me in the face?
I was gonna punch you square in the chin.
You got a lot of nerve.
I feel like you were offended at me. You took offense because of what I said, which we'll get to what I said later. But sorry, I had the sniffles. But you want to go over it? You want to say what this beef was about?
No.
You tried to correct me a little.
This isn't even the way I thought this was going to go. I thought this was going to go the pleat. Will you check it if it was pleat, like pleat in your pants? Pleat? Or
no.
Pleed? Is that why you Googled? You said you Googled.
I didn't want to. No, I didn't know if it was plea. No,
Plead the fifth or plead the fifth?
Yeah, I didn't know if the D was necessary, which it was.
The fifth. Plead it in my pants. That's what I want. I want to play. However,
I'm not pleading 5. I'm not pleading the 5th.
You're taking it though. You're taking it so nobody can have it.
I'll take the 5th. That's a phrase people use.
All right. See, here's what's going on with me. I got, I had just a crazy week where, the beginning of my weeks are good, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are fine, and then I have work and school just all in the Thursday, Friday mess. I'm on 3 hours of sleep. I'm working. You send me a text that says I'm taking the 5th, and I just start laughing like an idiot in the middle of work, and it's just so stupid. But I'm laughing my ass off, just thinking the 5th, that's mine now. I'm taking it. This is nobody else's.
I just had a lot of trouble taking your recommendation of words from a guy who says alls.
What did I say? All's one's time. What is the context of the alls?
You do it alls the time.
I do alls the time. I want to play it. Insert audio clip of me saying alls, because I don't even remember saying it.
You're really I'm gonna have to dig up some fucking. I will, but I'm gonna have to dig up a clip of you now.
Yeah, you know how to get under my skin, guy. I'm telling you. You know what was how this all started? Let's go over to Nikki's movie review.
One second.
We'll settle into the beefs. I'm not even gonna say bless you. This doesn't count as saying bless you.
I don't want your blessings.
Not blessing you. I'm not blessing you.
I texted you. You mentioned, I think, on this pod, you were like, Disaster Artist was fantastic or something.
I don't think I mentioned it on the pod. I think I mentioned that in a conversation to you, in a personal conversation off pod.
I watched 42 minutes of it.
Was it 40 or 42?
42 minutes. I didn't get to Cranston, but I got to about everything else you listed.
What did I list? Did I list Seth Rogen? Did I list Paul Scheer?
You listed everything.
You're saying everything, but
wait.
You watched 42 minutes.
Wait. So if I'm watching an hour and 40-minute movie, I have to wait until the hour mark for it to get funny?
I never said it was going to get funny at the hour mark.
Does it ever get funny?
I was laughing right off the bat.
It's a comedy?
I watch it. Here, I guess you either laugh at the Eastern European voice that James Franco does, or you don't. I watched it in theaters. It was hysterical.
Maybe I'd have to...
You don't like Greg?
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, I mean...
I don't know. It just didn't seem like it was going anywhere. It didn't seem like it was funny. It seemed kind of weird. And I'm a big fan of everyone in that movie.
That's what's so puzzling, because you're a Franco guy.
I'm a Franco guy.
So,
well, this is what do you think?
I want to know what you got to, because, you got to the point of the movie. So they're in L.A., and, Dave Franco's doing his thing. Where did you stop? I want to know what specifically
They were making the
No,
movie.
this isn't.
They were making the movie.
They were making the movie. So you saw Seth Rogen. What point did you turn it off? Like, did you saw Zac Efron's cameo?
Funny. I turned it off right before Seth Rogen.
Funny. Zac Efron comes in. He is funny.
I love Zac Efron. I think he's hilarious.
Well, he's in the 43rd minute, and you just missed it.
Yeah, I just didn't. I don't know. I watched it with Phil, and like I could tell he wasn't. Like we both like looked at each other like, turn this off.
Yeah, I know you. I've been there with you.
Well, this is my thing.
We tried to watch it before, and you turned it off immediately because the stream wasn't good enough and it wasn't high quality. And you.
I'm not gonna watch a bad stream.
No, you're not. Can't fault you there.
If I'm in a movie theater, 40 minutes in, 30 minutes in, and I don't like it, I'm walking out of there.
Yeah, I walked out of Blended. Adam Sandler.
You walked out.
I was not having Blended at all.
Yeah, Sandman, that's pretty disrespectful.
You know what? You go watch the beginning of that movie in an empty theater by yourself, you'll get up and leave.
What's that movie about?
They blend.
Him and Drew Barrymore?
Juices, fruits, paints, they just blend them. They blend the whole thing. Hey, do you want to blend 50 First Dates and Grown Ups? Let's blend it. I would say Blended was bland.
All right, I gotta apologize. I'm all stuffed up on my allergies. I'm blowing my nose. How do I sound? Do I sound annoying to you?
No. Should mention what it was. Nasonex, I guess, is sponsoring this episode. You need some allergy meds, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Is it little spring allergies?
Yeah, I guess so. It's kind of warm. Weather.
It is getting warm. It's been getting nice. Man, fucking fell into the weather trap again.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
All right, so today's weather is going to be about 60 with a high chance of sprinkle Parmesan.
Yeah, that sounds real sick. That's a sick. That's I can hear the little in the Parmesan the way you said it. You sound stuck.
You can hear him congested.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me try to figure that out real quick.
Is that something you can figure out real quick?
Yeah, I think so. Hold on.
Okay. Just a quick fix.
Hey, I'm back. I think I'm alright. Nah, I'm all fucked. I don't know. We'll try to get through it, and
quick fix and fix.
If it doesn't work, we'll figure it out.
I'll see, man. Take it easy.
Oh yeah, I'll see you later, guys.
Shout out to Dane. Dane's leaving the apartment.
Yeah, shout out to Dane. Dane, the Podworthy listener.
Yep, and physically, there you go. I had a buddy over this whole time, and can't really record tomorrow because everybody knows tomorrow's Sunday. It's April Fool's Day, and
also Easter if you really celebrate.
Oh, shout out to Easter! Not a lot of don't let people forget Easter. But yeah, I can't record tomorrow.
Easter pod. We're doing
I had a buddy
Easter
over. I had this kid Dane over, and without really saying anything, I just answered the pod call, and dude, I ignored that kid for like a good 10 minutes now.
Like he was just in the pod but not saying anything.
No. Actually, I'm in my room. He was playing GTA. Well, we were both, taking turns.
Oh, very awkward because you called me and I was playing GTA and I was like, let me see what this guy's got going on.
Did I?
Yeah.
We were both playing Grand Theft Auto? Dude, that's crazy.
It's a good game. It's timeless.
Yeah. So you know how that goes. Like, if you got a friend over, it's a good game to play. Like, hey, you take a turn, kill a bunch of people, I'll play. So, like, when he was going, the start of his turn, I stepped out, took the pod call. I played the sticks for a good, 10 minutes waiting for me. And, so I had to give him a little, hey, I'll see you. Sorry, I had to podcast real quick.
Had the podcast. Sorry, dude. I just had an emergency podcast.
Did you, I meant to ask you. You ever do any April Fools? You got any April Fools going tomorrow?
I already did an April Fool's bit.
Who was it?
All right, so Keith, shout out to Keith though. He's a good listener and a friend.
Shout out to Keith, though.
Do you have a Keith story?
A couple.
Do you want to tell one before I tell my April Fool's?
Well, I got an April Fool's.
Well, tell your Keith story.
No, I'm talking about like April Fool's things, but like you can tell your Keith thing, and then I'll tell my April Fool's thing.
All right, so we're going out to LA next week.
Got the trip coming up.
The trip coming up. So I call him and I go, dude, did you just get that email from Airbnb? And he's like, nah. And I'm like, dude. He's like, is it not good? I'm like, dude, they said like there's fucking asbestos or something, and like we can't go in, and like it's canceled. And he was freaking out, going through his emails. I was like, dude, refresh. I know there's another email. Check it. And, I eventually told him it was a lie.
You at least said April Fool's, right?
Yeah, I said early April Fool's. It was like an hour before.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, I thought it was decent.
That's funny because I just stayed in an Airbnb, so I know that email, and it's like that's good. Got some asbestos. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Well, I sold it because I was like, yo, did you just get that email from Airbnb? He bought it.
I would have had you would have had me going. I had an April Fool's. I kind of retired from April Fool's after the one I got on Courtney a couple of years ago. So a couple of years ago, I said, "Hey, Court, you know, as an April Fool's prank, let's get my mom, and I'll tell her, you know, that you're pregnant." So I went and I texted. What I did was I changed my buddy Drew's contact to Mom. And so I was like, Mom, listen, blah, 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 you know, big long text, got Courtney pregnant, you know. And basically my buddy Drew was like, are you kidding me? You're gonna her? And like said all this mean things. And then I sent it to like Courtney. And I was like, oh, it didn't go well. And so like, she was crying, and I was like, "Oh, this prank didn't go well. This April Fool's didn't go well." And I was like, "You know, this is the part where I imagined we'd get a big laugh out of it, and I'd say April Fool's." And she wasn't happy.
I got confused, and I thought you were like, "Yeah." So then I texted Drew, and he just started going off about it.
But Drew was pissed I got her pregnant.
Dude, her?
No, I love her.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Shout out to Courtney.
Yeah, shout out to Court.
Who I told you better. She's got to hook us up with the favorite.
Yeah, guys. Anybody listening to this? We need those favorites. All right.
Favorite us. Yeah, let's get a little plug us. Plug everything right now.
IG Podworthy. That's it.
All right, cool. We're all squared up on the plugs.
I mean, you know, we made an Instagram account. I think it's pretty good. That's all we got promotional wise.
Yeah. So download the app. Everyone listening, you download the app. It's very simple. Anchor app on whatever you get, Apple Store or Apple App Store, Google Play, whatever you download apps from. Anchor app, and then you look us up, Podworthy, so you'll have every episode of us. That's the best way to listen to it. And then if you want to communicate with us, it says message on our page. Well, first off, favorite our page, because so we know you appreciate us. And then you can message us, and it calls right in, and you can just leave a little message, and we'll hear it, and then we'll just fucking respond to it on the pod.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then after that, go to Instagram. Give us a follow.
Give us a follow at Podworthy. That's it. We're not on Twitter yet. Social media is hard.
You think we're gonna is Twitter something you want to get to? You gotta
not right now.
Gotta make a Twitter for this.
I don't know if we're ready for Twitter.
I think right now Instagram's the place to be. You know, I always get caught up in Instagram.
Twitter might be back on the rise.
It might be, but what are you going to say in a tweet that you can't have a nice little picture to go along with it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. And with the pod, we could just give a little, or with the Instagram, we can just do a little snippet of like what we're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Get some snippets.
some snippets. Maybe we'll start telling some people that we do a podcast.
A couple. Right now, you know what? I had somebody, I mentioned it to somebody in passing, and they were like, so what's that podcast about? And I was like, about nothing.
We're not trying to steal Seinfeld saying
No, but like, the best is you tell me what it's about. I have no idea.
I hate when people say what's it about. It's a comedy podcast. That's it.
Why you gotta label things? It's 2018. It is 2018.
Seriously,
Yeah.
fucking grow up and be mature.
Yeah.
Times are changing.
Time's up.
Time's up. Time's up.
Shout out to the movement.
Shout out to the movement.
The resistance.
And which brings us to our next segment. How is the Me Too movement affecting the comedy podcast world? And what's going to be the future?
Yeah. This barely beat out our other controversial segment, which was going to be just talking about Bill Cosby. Let's tackle that. Let's get.
I literally have Louis C.K. written down to talk about.
You're really just trying to. All right.
I don't know if we should talk about it.
Louis, can't touch it. And then this is when we go to our music break. Can't touch this.
Oh,
Yep. Because the thing is, it's 2018 and you can't touch this. Hashtag time's up. Hashtag get out. I had a good get out joke the other day.
Do you still have it, or was it just the other day?
I'm at work, and we're talking about Key and Peele. Somebody had never seen Key and Peele. Don't get me started on that. So they were like, yeah, I saw Lincoln on YouTube. And I was like, oh, well, Key's the tall one, and Peele's the shorter one. He just won an Oscar. And she goes, get out. And I was like, no, for real. He did. Like, seriously. And, like, it got a lot of laughs. It did pretty well.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah. I feel like jokes are pretty good. You don't say that's pretty good after.
Huh. See, I had a feeling you were going to have a problem with that. I was going to think here, no, that's a good joke. That's a good joke, but did you want me to be like...
No. That's a good point.
You got me again.
That's a good point. This isn't AM Baltimore. We're not a morning zoo. That's a good point.
Je nous ne bavais pas vous, mon amour. Vantez-vous, mon amour. Ne vous déplaise en dansant la japonaise.
Yeah, if I repeat stuff like that, please cut I need editing power. I need to
Here, honestly, I think for you. The half of this stuff, I'm like, here, I want to hear him say that again. Well, let me get rid of that.
Yeah, and you know what the problem is? When we have phone calls now, you have a bias towards me because I haven't talked to you all week. I don't know what you're doing, but you, on the other hand, you come in with an attitude already because you listen to my voice all day. You're like, yeah, what is it? You're rushing me on the phone. And it's just like, I'm just like, yo, what's up? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, we're ahead of schedule now. Like, the pod's been done days ago. So it's like, we're caught up. I think we're on a good schedule now.
We are. And I think of stuff. I'm like, oh, this talking about, whatever we're talking about. And I went nowhere. What do you
So are you an Easter guy?
What do you want to talk about? Easter guy?
It's Easter. We're doing a podcast on Easter. Can we not? I'm not religious.
I was totally going to skip the you know what do you want to talk about Easter? What do you
I like. I
discuss?
don't know, food, candy. I don't know.
Touchy subject, man. Touchy subject.
I know, especially after the whole Me Too thing.
Yeah, it's like that's the thing. Can you really label this if we're talking about the Me Too movement and Time's Up, and then we're talking about Easter candy?
Yeah, but I can label it.
What's it labeled? It's nothing. This is a podcast about nothing. I mean, you don't want to rip off Seinfeld, but like, what's it about? Ugh.
It's just a couple dudes.
We're having fun. We're having fun.
Having fun.
You guys having fun? I'm having fun.
Come on, yeah, we all having fun out here tonight. Yeah, all right. How often do you want to do an NPR minute? Because they're pretty decent. We can at least include one every episode.
I don't know. You like them?
I think they might be the only thing that's keeping us on the air.
I should. We'll see if we'll have some coming.
I could probably do one eventually.
Yeah, eventually we could probably do one.
Yeah.
On today's episode of Forgotten Through History, we go back to the 1800s to an honorable man in Springfield, Illinois. No, we're not talking about Abraham Lincoln, but we are talking about his youngest son, Tad. Born Thomas Lincoln, he was nicknamed by his father at an early age, Tad being a very common nickname for Thomas back then. Tad suffered from a complex speech and language disorder, but most just called it a cleft lip. The whole lip thing caused him to have speech problems his whole life, making him often sound confused and unintelligent. Tad was mocked by fellow classmates who would often call him Stuttering Tad. Known by his peers as Little Tad would grow up with some pretty big dreams. Unfortunately for Little Tad, he died at the age of 18 from pneumonia, living 7 years longer than his brother Willie, who died at the age of 11. On his deathbed, Tad left everyone with a very heartfelt message. Unfortunately, no one could hear a damn word he was saying because of that cleft lip. That's all we have for today, and I hope you enjoyed our segment. I am Grant Morton, and please, take care tonight.
What do you got planned for tomorrow on Easter?
I got a whole thing, but let's talk about the notes that I took all week. You throw me curveballs like what am I doing for Easter? And all week I've just been, making these notes, and then I don't get to them half the time. So, midway through you talking, I just went to my notes, and I was just like, I'm not getting caught off guard by you. That's what I feel like happens half the time is,
You think I'm like a sneaky guy who's I'm trying to catch you off guard or something?
Your way out of a ramble is to ask me a question, and it'll be like, yeah, so what do you think about group chats? And I'm like,
group chats? That was just about the last thing.
We're having fun. Anyway, I don't know.
Dude, so last week I was eating cereal, and I noticed I was like, maybe I should eat this left-handed.
Yeah?
And I'll tell you why. Because if something ever happens and you're eating cereal and you're like scoop into your mouth, I'm not saying you're going to get attacked, but if something happens like that, you're fucked.
You need the right hand free.
I practice. So if you have the bowl in your right hand and you're scooping with the left and you're eating, someone comes at you, throw the bowl, proceed to fight.
Oh, okay. So you got your left hand is holding the spoon, the right hand's on the bowl.
Yep.
So you can.
Someone comes at me, bowl thrown, I'm ready to go. As opposed, if someone's coming at me, and I have the spoon in the right hand, and I'm taking a bite, someone's coming at me, I'm gonna I'm gonna bobble everything. I'm gonna get caught off guard.
That would be such a girly throw. You trying to throw a whole bowl full of cereal with your left hand.
With your left hand, you would throw it right down.
Dude, you know what that robber's going? This guy's not serious. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
He didn't even throw the bowl at me good.
I just have a problem with what you just said, though.
What was that?
Girly throw? Girls can't throw?
No. You've never seen Todd Gurley throw?
Okay, yeah. I wasn't sure.
He's
Oh yeah, no.
terrible
Okay,
at
I
throwing.
get it.
The running back.
I get what you're talking about now.
So your first thought was to think women couldn't throw? Isn't that sexist?
I'm a piece of shit, aren't I?
Your head should have went to Todd Gurley. Anyway, I think that Robert would probably kill you.
Because I was already too focused in on the cereal.
Yeah. Those are the things that I don't even think of that maybe I need to start thinking about what happens if somebody attacks me right now.
Those are the things that I think will advance me a little bit farther in life.
And if there's ever a Walking Dead situation, because I know that's what you kind of,
I do live partially like you got to do things in case there is a Walking Dead situation. That's how you got to have to live life.
It's a not so distant future with, this administration.
Yeah, dude.
All right, I got written down why Bill Hader is better than John Krasinski.
Why Bill Hader is better than John Krasinski.
So think about it. They both start on NBC around the same time, 2005.
05. Bill Hader, John Krasinski start their careers on NBC.
Yep. So both, playing prominent roles. Probably John has an advantage because he's, probably more of a lead character than Bill is in skits. Although Bill Hader hit SNL fast, So I'm saying let's fast forward to 2007. And, I don't know for sure, but what's John Krasinski trying to do with his career? He's trying to be, the big shot in movies. I want to go act with George Clooney in a movie. I want to be the star of it. What's Bill Hader thinking? I just want to be in a couple good movies. Let me take small parts in good movies. I'm going to take a small part in Tropic Thunder and act with Tom Cruise. I'm going to go and I'm going to do Superbad. And what's the other one?
Hot Rod.
Hot Rod. Great. Was that all 2007?
All 07.
What a great year. And so, fast forward, here we are later, both careers on NBC. They both moved on to bigger projects. John Krasinski coming out with a movie. Now, people said it looks good. I don't know much about it.
He wrote and directed it?
Is that what it is? Well, the point is, and then Bill Hader's got an HBO show. So I'm just saying, let's keep an eye on what is probably more successful, that movie or Bill Hader's HBO show. I think Bill Hader is much more likable and probably comes out ahead on that one.
All right, so I didn't watch last week, and I was about to, and I thought, let me wait until Sunday so I get 2 episodes to start off the series.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch Crashing?
No, I haven't. I'm letting that load up for me.
It loaded up. The whole season's done.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to take a look at it. That seems loaded.
That's pretty loaded up. They got renewed for a 3rd season.
That's good.
We were hoping to have Pete Holmes on the show at one point on our pod.
I was going to ask you about that. So I feel like there's a lot of random comedians liked our post on
I think we could get them on the pod.
Yeah.
Because what else do they have going on? They're doing comedy at night. Stand-up comedy is a nighttime thing. Comedians just kind of lurch around during the daytime until it's their time to spew jokes on stage.
Exactly. And so I feel like,
we should reach out.
Reach out, grab the low ones, just the ones who are gettable, and just be like, what's up? I mean, if you're going to invite, you earlier, you were like, call in random people, might as well try to get some random people on the show.
Yeah. Well, I would love to try to get some random guests on the show. The call-in thing is just for all of our fans or listeners who want to talk to us, that aren't going to be guests on the show. They call in, leave us something, we'll talk about it. We'll say something about it.
Exactly. So, like I said, we want to try to get Jerome, my buddy, on. Maybe he'll come on. He's he's
all right, Jerome.
songs.
I just want to assume, I'm going to take an assumption. He's either black or Jewish.
Whoa. Jerome is a small Filipino woman who will not be happy that you said that.
Well, no, because that's either a black guy's name or a white Jewish guy's name.
You know what? I'm just gonna send you the song. How about that? I'm gonna let your ears decide if he's Jewish or black.
Yo,
Be totally different.
my mom says, Ira, go to your room. I said, Mom, what's for dinner?
Blended. We found a way to blend Adam Sandler back in there. 8 Crazy Nights, it seemed like.
You
know what that sounds like? You know what that sounds like?
What?
Noise. That might have been my favorite thing about like that last episode.
That was funny, right?
Yeah, see, that's why I need editing power. I need to cut that shit out, you know?
Oh man. Yeah, I'm working on a Pacino.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah.
I probably have to like dab up first and like try to like get my voice a little yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, talking to me.
Is that your Pacino?
No, I was saying, are you talking to me?
Oh yeah, it's about to come. Whoa, that's a head. Whoa. Oh no, I can't do it. Hold on.
Yeah, you had it.
I got nothing. I'll probably cut all of that out.
I was just thinking I can I don't know who would be talking.
What?
I was gonna try to do my Al Pacino, but I didn't know what to say about it.
See, I think my whole thing is you got to give me.
You were
like,
in it. You had it. You were like,
No,
you were there, and then
you have
you
to
weren't
give
there.
me a story. Like, give me like
Exactly.
what's the premise? What's the premise?
If I had said, "Hey Nick, to your Al Pacino, trying on shirts at Kmart," you would have took a whole riff. You would have took a rip and
all right,
riff.
so Al Pacino trying on shirts in Kmart.
No, let me say that organically, and you can cut it all out until here.
All right. How about I give you Christopher Walken trying on shirts in Kmart?
Yeah. So the other day I was at Kmart, and
wait, so you don't want to hear my walk-in? We'll just go to Kmart.
No, I was gonna give an organic feeling intro.
All right, yeah. So the other day you were in Kmart,
and I was trying on shirts, and I was like, "What would Christopher Walken sound like trying on shirts in Kmart?"
Oh, shirts. The size is too small for me.
I don't think he's buying that shirt.
This shirt is outrageous.
Oh, that's classic. See, you always had a better walking than me growing up, and then my brother did this. Like he was watching TV. You know that cologne Aqua di Gio or di Gio?
Di Gio.
Aqua di Gio is how you pronounce it.
Is how everyone pronounces it.
Yeah. So it comes on TV and he reads it. He goes, "Aqua di Gio. That's a good one, Dad." And I was like, "That sounds like the most." Super Walken.
Aqua di Gio.
So that's.
Hey, can't you imagine just him like being their spokesperson? Aqua di Gio.
Aqua di Gio.
That'll make you feel fresh. Never have to take a shower again.
I think Christopher Walken and John Travolta voice it's very similar. Like you got to throw like a little more.
It's got to be just like, yeah, you got to go like.
Wow, everyone's dancing.
Yeah,
I'm feeling it.
I got Saturday Night Fever. No, I don't like that one. Cut that.
I sound like you're still trying to do Christopher Walken.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't really pick which one.
Yeah. Oh, Saturday night. Saturday night's the night we all had the fever. Yeah. Who else? I don't do many impressions. Do you have any impressions? You used to do a sick Howie Mandel. Can you still do that?
All right, Nick, I want you to give me a fist bump here so I don't shake hands. All right, now I want you to pick a case.
That's so sick.
I totally don't have a Howie Mandel, but I was like, let me fuck around with it.
It was pretty good.
I feel like that's what he did. I hate because I hate that guy. Cause like I would try to shake that guy's hand, you know?
Yeah, give me Trump telling little kids that their parents are all poor.
I don't have it. I don't.
Your parents are losers.
They just don't. That was Schwarzenegger. Your parents are
losers. I'm so off. Your parents, dude, I can't do it.
Oh, this is the best one.
I just sound like fucking Bobcat Goldwyn.
Yeah.
Your parents are losers. I don't know what to do.
That's Louis Armstrong. That's Louis Armstrong.
Man, imagine if you were just skipping through the pod. Imagine if you were just skipping through the pod and you're like, just 15 seconds, 50 seconds. And, yeah, you know what I gotta do. Hey, guys. You guys.
Yeah, you know, somebody, sometimes when I listen to, I skip through, I just get the every now and then somebody's just going to be scrolling through, like, what are they doing? Like Louis Armstrong now?
Yeah. Oh, man. How's that page of notes going?
Takes off some off the page of notes.
You know what I always say about page of notes?
You told your mom we were doing a podcast?
Yeah, you tell yours?
I was on the phone with my mom the other day, and she was going on about somebody had a heart attack and this and that. And, she was asking what's going on with me. And I was like, I was about to talk about the pod, and then I was just like, you know what? Timing's just not right. I couldn't tell her about it. So I was just like, it's hardest part about having a podcast is telling your parents.
Yeah. I feel like
I'm not going to tell them.
They'll never know.
No, I just won't do it. Like, I don't know how to approach that, Mom, I need you to sit down. Dad, I've been doing something for a while now. It's, I don't know, it's kind of weird.
Kind of going on season 2.
Oh, you can check it out on IG, Podworthy.
Follow us. I wish it'd be nice. Like, I mean, obviously you'll be back and we'll do the live pod. So like, I'll just fucking play music during the breaks and whatnot. So you'll hear what we're going to be hearing on the pod. But like, I wish there was a way that like, I could be like, all right, here's the jam. And then we could both hear it.
Yeah.
Instead of us pretending like we just heard it.
Yeah. What do you mean? We actually heard the Two Broke Girls theme song.
Oh, yeah. We didn't like that at the time. I do like that song.
It's not too bad,
Pretty good. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
And then I walked in the kitchen. I was like, what would it sound like if Pauly Shore was stealing my pickles.
Pickles, pretty crunchy, little deal. It took me like a minute to think about what Pauly Shore even talked like.
Yeah.
Pickles, extra crunchy, cruncher munchables with the
Getting the
Mashable
pickles
dude.
from the fridge. All right.
Every word just bounced off the next word.
Where are the pickles, guys? Is it on the
Oh, I was
back? Can't
It's just
find
one, dude. That is that's. I would work on that more because that's really good.
them. I
I just do like a generic like Pauly Shore like where you stutter, but you actually have like that semi gain like you could do that gayness tone he has.
yeah,
Like,
right
he's
on
not
the line.
gay.
It's like right on the borderline gayness. It's like
I need my pickles, guys.
you guys. I feel like he's always complaining. I don't know.
Oh my god! Did you hear about that? Like he like had like a whole thing happen like a couple years back or so, where it was like some video came out and it was supposed to be like Pauly Shore's interns, and they were posting and it was like him and he was like screaming at them like real nuts. Insert clip.
Well, dude, you did it right. You knocked and you said, "Can I come in?" He just fucking comes in.
Okay, I'll tell him that he needs
Yeah. Hey, asshole! What's his name?
Scott.
Scott! Scott!
Yeah.
Don't fucking just come in my office.
Alright, sorry.
Sorry about that.
Merchandise. Do you want me to go ahead and pack it?
Why are you asking me?
Well,
What did I say an hour ago when I texted you? I said, please pack the merch. What's your name again?
Brad.
Brad.
Well,
Is it cool if I just call you intern?
Yeah, that's fine. I
Pack the merch. Make sure it's what?
packed.
Make sure it's under 50 pounds.
Okay.
Because of what?
Airplane.
Wait. When I travel, who else travels?
The assistant.
You!
Okay.
And you don't want to what?
Hey, extra.
Extra. Right. It's that simple.
Okay.
Is my desk fucked up, right?
Yeah.
And what did I ask you to do yesterday when I was out fucking around?
You asked me to have someone to clean it.
No! I said you clean it! Just get me a burrito, please. Get me
And yeah, I know he's a little. But so the whole thing with that was that he was like, I have to look more into it, but it was like it was either fake or he was saying like that was just a skit, like he really wasn't like real nuts to them. Like he was freaking out about nothing.
I haven't seen Pauly Shore in like, years. I heard him on like a podcast, like probably Marin. The Marin podcast. That was the last time I heard of Pauly Shore.
Yeah, well, he's still doing a lot of stuff at the store, so I would be
Yeah,
cool
because
if
it's
I
like
saw
his
him.
mom, right?
Yeah, it's his family owns that fucking place.
Yeah, the Mitzi they always talk about, like in the Gary
Mitzi
Shandling
Filter.
the other day. That was Did you watch that? Gary
the
Shandling?
Zen? No, I was a little sad. I had to turn it off.
What did you just get 40 minutes in and then just turn it off?
Yeah, I did. You got a problem with my 30-minute theory?
Well, if that's your
See,
theory,
you
would have turned this podcast off 6 minutes ago. You would have missed an all right Pauly Shore.
I think that Pauly Shore bit might have been the strongest thing we got. I use analytics when it comes to movies, and I'm a numbers guy, so I know when a certain number hits, if I haven't laughed this much by this point, it's not worth the rest of the movie. There's going to be one scene that I'm like, whoa, that movie was worth it all for that scene.
You do statistical analysis of laughter to minute ratio of just, it's a solid movie, and I think you should give The Disaster Artist its full chance.
I'll have to go back and watch it. Maybe I'll watch it later.
I mean, Bryan Cranston comes in and it gets pretty good. And you know what I say about the movie is I said, for me, I laughed at it because I thought it was funny. I stand by it. And I thought it held up as like a drama. Like, you know, I'd say watch it through. See what you think.
Yeah.
And we'll do like we'll do an update. See what you think.
Yeah. We'll definitely come back to it and update it because, yeah, I don't know. That's what I was thinking. Like, I wasn't sure if it was just going for like drama.
Yeah, and it holds up as a drama, and you really
See,
gotta
you know
it
what?
through.
You know what I got bummed out about?
What's that?
I watched 40 minutes of the movie and I had not seen Seth Rogen.
He comes in at the end. He's like a real small part.
Yeah, they promoted that movie at first with the trailer.
Did they?
More Seth Rogen.
It's more Dave. It's more, you know.
You gotta be honest with you.
I think it's a Franco brother masterpiece, and I stand by that.
I don't think it was that good.
Well, you know, watch the whole thing. Get back to me. You wouldn't like my brother. He said you should check out Lady Bird, and I was like, I don't know, I don't think so. And you know, honestly, I was like, I texted him. I was like, I'm probably gonna turn it off. Is this going anywhere? This story? And you know, right around like the 50-minute mark, like I was ready to turn it off because like even, and I stuck with it. I love that movie now. I love Lady Bird. Thought it should have won. Thought the actress who plays, you know, Roseanne's sister, thought she got robbed of Best Supporting Actress. So
Here,
I gave
I
that
don't
movie
know
a
if
full
you-
chance, and I had a great Oscar night rooting for that movie. And you could have too if you saw The Disaster Artist. No, they didn't talk about it.
All right.
But
Yeah.
show you guys, Kevin Can Wait on CBS. Pretty good.
Pretty good. Well, it's like King of Queens, but with a different title, right?
Yeah, and I loved King of Queens.
I love that show. It's one of my favorites. So we want to thank everyone that ever listened to the podcast. It was fun while we did it.
It's been fun.
And it was fun, but now me and Kieran are going our separate ways.
Hiatus, and you know, we'll see if they pick us up for another season. See how it goes. It's, you know,
Yeah.
you got to think back, like, you know, when I think back to this season, the things that really stand out to me are you know Nick's bits, you know, about the punching me in the face, and then the whole 40-minute movie bit that was good, and then the whole you know, Pauly Shore thing. It's been fun. That's all I can remember about this season.
When I think about this season, I just think, man, Kieran, man, is that guy dumber than we all think he is?
You know, I think about you know Nick, and I think he smells through the phone. I could smell him from here.
I just think about Kieran, and then I stop thinking about him, but I could still feel the spit coming through the phone because he spits. He's a spitter.
I stopped listening after you said, I think about Kieran, and then I just zoned out. So I didn't hear anything you said after that.
What? What was that? I'm sorry. What was that?
I don't know. How you going to edit it? What are you going to edit it to say? You think I'm the one that, you know, you're going to edit it so I gave the pills to those girls? I killed
You
them?
did, Kier. You sold those girls all those pills, and I'm not editing anything out this time to save your ass.
I'll
I'm not
seek
saving
out
your
the
ass
picture
again.
from that guy. All right, it's been fun.
Has it?
I don't know.
How's this podcast gonna end, Kier?
How's it gonna end? One of two ways.
Who's gonna kill who?
You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Is this you?
I'm here.
Oh my god. What's up? All right, that's it. Let's end strong.
All right. You want the
All right.
outro? Sponsors?
Shout out to Fear, our sponsor, for being instilled in me for when I get a phone call from Nick after he hears my voice for 4 hours in the editing room.
And I would like to shout out our sponsor, Patience. Thank you, Patience. If I didn't have you, Kieran'd be dead.
If I didn't have you, who knows what I would do?
Oh, I like that. It rhymes.
If I didn't have you, who knows what I would do?
Live Podworthy with Kieran and Dick.
Oh,
Podworthy with Kieran and Dick.
Down, 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 down. Shawn.
All right, dude.
All right.
See ya.
It's been fun. See ya.
Talk to you on the next one.